everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Helen and today it's time to do my BookTube birthday tag. There are 8 questions with kind of some sub questions in between. I want to thank Sam from Griff Reads for tagging me in this because our BookTube birthdays are around a similar time. Mine is actually 2 years ago today on the 31st of August. And so yeah, I've just answered the first question basically. So if I look down, I have got a list of the questions. So the first question is, how many years of BookTube are you celebrating? And it is 2 years. What has kept you motivated to continue making videos? I haven't been very good at making videos. I'm not very consistent. I think that's why I'm kind of at the lower end of the subscribers kind of thing for this time. I think a lot of people who've been on 2 years have got a lot more followers than me, but I think if I'm not being consistent, I can't expect my follower count to go up a lot. But I do find that it can become quite a chore quite quickly with me, and so it's either a case of taking my time and just doing them as and when, and putting up with the fact that my subscriber count isn't going to go up a lot, or just stopping altogether because it becomes too much for me. I suffer with overwhelm quite a lot. So yeah, I'm not very motivated, but I'm still here, so that's always good. Sorry if you can hear scratching. Treacle is ripping the hell out of my couch. What are your 3 favourite videos you've made in the past year? I enjoyed going back and having a look which ones I've done in the last year, because my videos are so sporadic. There was loads that I'd forgot that had even fell into the last year. The first one I've got down is one that I did in October, early October, which was celebrating National Libraries Week. So I talked about the different libraries that I'm a member of, which is lots of them, showed you all my library cards from those libraries. Then I tried to visit 2 like local libraries, but one of them was shut because of COVID, so I went to another one and didn't do a lot of filming in there from what I look back on, but there is some moving footage of different things in there. I think I showed you ones that I was returning, books that I was taking out, basically just sang about libraries. And I did some stacks of books that are based on Halloween characters. So I did a pumpkin. That's why I'd gone to the library to get a lot of orange books to do a book stack of a pumpkin, a ghost and a cat. I will put a picture here. So if you are interested in looking at my celebrating National Libraries Week video, then definitely go and check that out. All the videos that I mentioned I'll put listed below. It's good to look back because now I'm thinking for October there's a video that I could do again talking about libraries. I sadly am not going to be I am sadly not going to be working for the library service for much longer. I am starting a new job late September in a museum, which I'm really excited about. I'm gutted to be leaving the library service. I'm not saying that I will never work for the library service again, but I have been feeling quite burnt out and stressed recently, and so I thought it was time for a change. I've worked for the library service for 8 years and I have had some lovely times. But I am also looking forward to using the library as a customer and just as a customer. So being able to just go in and browse, rather than what I find working at the library, you get so many recommendations from customers, which is great, but your TBR is just never ending, which is like that anyway for a booktuber. But I see all the new books coming in, so I'm constantly just piling a load up to bring home with me, whereas I look forward to just being able to go in and browse the shelves and just see what takes my fancy. So yeah, there's an extra snippet that I haven't mentioned yet. I was going to do some kind of life update video, but there's no point now. I'm finishing the library service in 2 weeks about, and then having a week off and then starting at a science museum, so I am very excited for that. So that's a little aside. The second video that I enjoyed making was when me and Andy went to Stratford. I did a vlog while we were there. We were there for 4 nights. I really enjoyed watching these back today. That was actually Halloween time, so another October video. I got to meet Sam from Griff Reads while I was there, very briefly, but it was lovely. And yeah, I did some book shopping while I was there. There was a pool there, so I enjoyed that. I just enjoyed watching it back, and I think that's why I'm a bit disappointed with myself with the whole video making thing. I wish I did vlogs more often, because being able to look back at that trip in little parts. If you do it in a vlog style, you're only videoing little bits. You don't have to video the whole trip. And I think it's something good to look back to. So I need to get better at making vlogs. But I really enjoyed that one because I put lots of different, obviously, parts of the video together, and I was proud of that. One thing I did notice is that I still don't video landscape. I sometimes do vertical filming, and I need to perfect that. So doing more of those vlogs will remind me that I need to do them horizontal, not vertical. And then the last video that I thought of was quite recent, March 2022, my Eurovision TBR video. The reason I put that over the announcing it is just telling you when it is, whereas the TBR video I list all of the books for the countries that are in the long list. So this time there was 40 countries, so I went through 40 books, one for each country that was hopefully going to take part in Eurovision. And so I'm dead proud of that readathon. I love Eurovision-a-thon. I've done it for 3 years, I think now. Started in lockdown, so yeah, I did it in 2020. Because of lockdown, because Eurovision wasn't on, we used the Eurovision 2019 scoreboard to give ourselves points. And then after that, we did it in 2021, but we actually waited till the night and found out our scores that way. And then 2022. It will be back in 2023. It is being, oh, somebody's trying to call me on WhatsApp, but I will finish this video first. It will be going ahead in 2023. UK are going to be hosting it on behalf of the Ukraine because it can't be filmed there. So I'm hoping to be able to attend in some form. It fills me with anxiety actually going to a Eurovision venue and doing that, because I just have a lot of anxiety around big crowds and things like that. But I noticed that Sam from Griff Reads went to Italy when this year's was on, and there was an outdoor area in a big field where you could watch it on a big screen, and I'm wondering if they're going to do that in the UK. We don't know which UK country is hosting it yet, so I am tempted to book a hotel when I find out when it is, and then at least be in that city when it's on. Even if I end up going back to my hotel room and celebrating it and watching it with Andy while I'm there, I am going to do something like that for it. So yeah, the Celebrating National Libraries Week, Visiting Stratford vlog, and the Eurovision-a-thon 2022 TBR video are my favourites, and I will link them below if you want to watch. What have you struggled with on BookTube, and how did you overcome that struggle? A few things. Staying motivated. I don't know if I have overcome it. I just have periods where I think, right, film some videos now while you can. What else have I struggled with on BookTube? At first, I did look at the subscriber count thing a lot, like a lot of people do. But I think once I'd pushed past 300, I felt like that was achievement in itself, and I've kind of just stuck with that now. Sometimes I notice when other people are on a lot more than me, but I don't worry about it as much. 300 seemed to be the thing for me where I thought, yeah, I'm really happy with that, and anything above that. Yeah, it'd be lovely to get to 1K. I think that's what everybody has in their mind. But I don't post enough to, or consistently enough to expect that I'm going to get there soon. So yeah, I struggle in. I just do it on my phone. I just do it with a tiny little tripod. Maybe in future will I get a proper vlogging camera or something like that. I don't know if that's there. I don't really have the money to go to that expense. This seems to be working quite well. I struggle with the fact that a lot of people do sprints now, and I've never done them on my channel, but I don't really know how it all works. I did sign up to StreamYard. I don't know what process I need to do to then make it so that it's a reminder on my channel for the people to know that it's going ahead. Maybe I'll be brave enough in future, but main struggle is motivation, and I'm working on that. Choose one moment from the past year of BookTube that you would like to relive. Going on people's sprints. I found that I got asked a lot to begin with to go on people's sprints, and because of like trying to fit it around Sophie. Sophie's 7. I like doing bedtime with her. A lot of the sprints seem to go at night time, so it doesn't always fit. There was a lot of times that I would say that I would go on some sprints and then have to say that I couldn't. But most of the time it's just the timings of it. So I was very careful not to say yes to a lot of people and then let people down. It's just in advance, if people let me know and then I couldn't do it, I'd just say outright. So I would like to be considered for people's sprints. I've done them before on Mel's, from a book fiend named Mel's channel, Ellie from Earl Grey Books, Ashley's Media Addiction. I did one on a Wednesday with her. The downside with that was I used to do it on Andy's laptop, and when I did the ones on Ashley's Media Addiction, something went wrong with the webcam, and so you couldn't actually see my face, you could just hear my voice, which was fine, but I think it works better obviously if people can see your face while you're talking to the camera. That put me off a little bit for a while because I didn't know if that camera was going to work again. I know I can do them on my phone, so maybe next time that's what I'll do. I like being able to see the comments and comment as well, so sometimes I have Andy's laptop on the side and comments on YouTube and have that open and then just do it through my phone, so I'll have to do that in future. So yeah, I would like to relive some of the sprints that I've been on because we have had a laugh and it has been funny. I did some where it was Mel and Chloe from Chloe Reads Books, and I feel like there was someone else there, but we did have a laugh. Shout out a huge supporter of your channel. I'll have to name a few people here. One person I really have to mention, and she's not a booktuber, but my friend Claire from work. Whenever I go into work, and I've recently done a video, she's always watched it, she always comments on it. She takes recommendations, she gives me recommendations, and if I haven't recorded a video in a while, she said, oh, she's missing them, and so that's really encouraging in real life for somebody to say, I really enjoyed this, or when are you going to film again? Let me see, Anna from A Book Dreamer's Alley has always messaged me on my videos. She's always kept in touch with me, like through private message on Twitter. I would love to do some sprints with Anna. We never really have together, I don't think. When she's done her TBR game and wanted somebody to be on standby to pick a book for her, she picked me, and that was lovely. When I wanted a video of somebody to give a suggestion for a book to read, she did that for me, no problem. And so yeah, I'm really she's a really great friend and she keeps in touch. Ellie from Earl Grey Books, in terms of Eurovision-a-thon, I think aside from me, she's the main person who's as excited about my readathon as me. She gets excited when it comes round. She's one of the first people to do a TBR video for it, and yeah, she just gets really involved. So Ellie from Earl Grey Books. Jessica from Lady Lovestead always comments on my video, and that's much appreciated. And then there's other booktubers who, you know, invite me on their sprints and things. So there's Mel from done it again, I just go blank and I know the channel. Mel from A Book Fiend named Mel. Kaz from Cats and Cameras, she always messages on my videos. So yeah, there's just a lot of supporters. I find that a lot of the people who take part in Eurovision-a-thon each year message on my posts as well, and message in the Discord, and that's much appreciated. Anybody who does buddy reads with me, that's really supportive. Becca from Becca Fowl, we do lots of buddy reads together. There's just a lot of people I could have mentioned that I couldn't just shout out one person because there's lots of people. So thank you. If I've left you out, I didn't mean to. Anybody who comments, anybody who does a buddy read with you, anybody who asks you to go on sprints, anybody who messages you on Twitter in relation to your videos for your channel. Clumsy Charlotte, that's another person who's supportive. She takes part in Eurovision-a-thon. You know, it's just a lovely community, so there's loads of people I could mention here. What is the best book that you've read in the past year? This was hard, so I split it up into categories. For middle grade, I put Starfish by Lisa Phipps. I have to thank Jessica from Lady Lovestead. She's doing a middle grade book group, and she mentioned that book, and that's why I read it. Unfortunately, I was going to go live on her channel to talk about that book with, like, there was going to be a few of us do it, but we were meant to do it this week in August, and then it didn't happen, and then I'd have forgot a lot of the book by then, so I didn't feel comfortable going on camera to talk about the book when it had gone out on my mind. You've seen what I'm like on here. I did pop on to the chat for the book and just mention the bits I could remember, so I was involved, so go back and check that out. And then for historical fiction, I picked, or an adult book, but it happened to be a historical fiction, I picked Midnight House by Amanda Gade. That was an unexpected one that I really loved. And then for non-fiction, I picked Bigger Than Us by Fern Cotton, because that was a book that generated a lot of emotion in me that I wasn't expecting, but I was a big fan of it. And then, where do you hope to see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? In a year's time, I hope to still be here making videos. As I've said, motivation is the problem. I would like to have more subscribers, but I'm trying not to let that be the forefront of anything. Like I said, I'm way off like 1,000, which is what people tend to aim for. But to hope to have achieved maybe 400 subscribers would be great. I go up a few subscribers every month, and that's fine. And to have been brave enough to do sprints on my channel would be really good. But anybody who wants to do this tag, feel free to do it. Thanks to Sam for tagging me. Thanks to all the people who I've shouted out who are good supporters of the channel. Go back and check my 3 favourite videos out if you wish. Another thing that I hope to do is maybe do Vlogmas this year, or at least do 4 for each week of Christmas, to kind of see if I can motivate myself and do some more creative videos. But thank you for watching, and I will speak soon. Bye.